Today we will be analyzing the positive and negative views that Romans had towards other religions in their empire, from the beginning of Rome till the end. I have broken it down into two groups. One, the positive views, and the other, the negative views. Documents 1, 3, and 4 are negative views that the Romans had, and documents 2, 5, and 6 express positive views that the Romans had. So we will start with the negative. In document 1, it is written by a Roman scholar, and he writes about the disturbances with the Jews. This is written in 50 CE. This is a time right after the boom of Christianity, at least when Christianity started right after the death of Christ. And we can see that some frustration is coming out of the Roman scholars and nobles. And they're probably writing about how much of a uprising this new movement is causing. So we can say that because of how high he is, he's able to write and communicate with others saying, hey, there's a new movement in town. Document 3 writes about the persecution of the Jews and Christians, mostly Christians, and it is written in 100 CE, a little after 100 CE, and it is a letter to Emperor Trajan. And we can say that during this time the Christian persecutions are in full swing, and we know that Emperor Trajan was not a very nice man, as well as Pliny the Younger, who was the governor. So we can say that because of their power, they were persecuting that was the way they were able to persecute the Christians. And document 4 is actually a document from Constantine the Great, and we all know that Constantine is the one that allowed the Christians to worship. And in this, he actually threatens the Jews to not persecute the Christians. And he even says, "We wish to make it known to the Jews and their elders and their patriarchs that if, after the enactment of this law, any of them dares attack with stones or some manifestation of anger another who has fled their dangerous sect and attached himself to the worship of God, he must speedily be given to the flames and burned." So we can say that that Constantine is already backing the Christians over the Jews, and this is a threat to Judaism. I say in my additional document for this, I would want maybe, I was trying to find maybe something about the destruction of the temple from maybe an account from, I know, Josephus, but I couldn't find a good account, or any martyrdom story would be good. For my positive views of the religion, I have document 2, 5, and 6. In document 2, it is actually Porcius Cato, who was working on agriculture, and this is in 160 BCE. So this is before Christ, and this is actually an offering to Jupiter, their head god, and this is a planting ritual. So we can see that they were greatly devoted to their gods, and we know, just like the Greeks, they believed their gods had human-like qualities, and they would get angry. So you can see that the fear of God was in the Romans early on. And document 5 is a temple dedicated to Zeus, and I like this writing because it is about, and it talks about like the splendor and glory of this temple, and how it was very beautiful, and how many people came, and how many gods were dedicated in this temple. And it's a happy story, at least it's a positive mood, this one. And document 6 is the Edict of Milan. And this is the official, you can't kill the Christians anymore. They are free to worship. And this is a positive because it ends Christian persecution, and it is Constantine, we know, was supposed to be divinely inspired or received message from God, so that is why he wrote up this Edict of Milan in 1313 CE. For my additional document request, I would have liked a picture of a Roman festival. I've seen many pictures before, but it's hard to determine whether the picture was created in the Renaissance ages or created in the Romans era. So I think a picture of the Roman festival would have been good because it shows the elaborate parties and feasts that the Romans held on the feast days, especially dedicated to gods and goddesses, and even when the Christianity came, how they celebrated Christmas and all the Christian holidays. Thank you, and that is it.